This is Zach Colburn from the Personal Trainers Business Incubator, and I want to share a philosophy that I use as a business owner to help me guide and understand where I'm going with my business, and also help me operate on a day-to-day with my business as well. This is called head in the clouds versus head in the trenches, and this is something that I've learned from Gary Vaynerchuk, and I've kind of spun it in my own way. Essentially, what head in the clouds means is having your head poked out of the business and being able to chart and guide where your business and where your personal life is going. This comes down to understanding your vision, it comes down to working on your businesses, and it comes down to charting out the steps that you need in order for you to achieve the vision. And head into the trenches, essentially when you go back working into the day-to-day and put your head down executing on those steps. So I had a student of mine that I talked to last week. Pretty much what we've done is we've completely rebuilt her systems in the sense to where she now has more capacity to scale. She was making about $10,000 to $15,000 per month and was really capped out because she was so caught up in the business doing the day-to-day operations that she really had no end in sight and didn't know when it was going to stop. What we did is we pulled her out of the business and put her head in the clouds. And essentially what we did is we charted the next few months of her business and also was able to work on the systems to increase her capacity to scale. And what we did there is we helped her hire a virtual assistant, we helped her hire an assistant coach. While her head was in the clouds, her day-to-day operations did start to dwindle a little bit. While we took that time to chart the vision, she was like, okay, cool, I know where we're going, I know what steps I need to take, I know what the next 6 to 12 months is gonna look like. She's like, what now? I'm like, what now is you have to put your head back in the trenches and get back into the day-to-day and focus on new client signups, creating content, and doing the day-to-day operations that's really gonna help push your business. Another example of this is personally what I've gone through with PTBI recently. The last 6 months, I've had my head in the clouds. I've been building out new programs, been building out new courses, building out new infrastructure, and working a lot on the business without actually being in the business with my team. So I wasn't creating as much content, I wasn't doing as much lead gen, I wasn't taking as many sales calls because I had my head in the clouds planning for things in the future. The thing is, you can't be stuck in one for too long, right? If you're stuck in the trenches for too long, then you're pretty much just gonna be on a never-ending hamster wheel doing the same things every single day. But you also can't have your head in the trenches for too long because otherwise your day-to-day is going to suffer a little bit. And so recently I just made a switch, taking my head out of the clouds and putting it back into the business so I can get back with my team, back on sales calls, back on lead gen, and back on doing the things that are really gonna produce revenue for my business. What I want you guys to know is that you have to find a balance between both. There's gonna be seasons in your life where you have your head in the clouds, where you're able to chart and plan for the future. There's gonna be seasons in life where you have to put your head in the trenches. You have to go back and forth, especially when you're starting as a business owner in the very beginning. So if you're a fitness coach and you're just getting started, going through a course like PTBI will help you have your head in the clouds because it's going to show you exactly what you need to do. But then for the most part, the first 3 to 6 months is gonna be head down in the trenches, really doing the day-to-day work to get your business started. And then you can take your head back out and plan the steps for the next course. So essentially what I want you guys to know is that there's going to be seasons in your life where you have your head in the clouds and you're working on the business. There's going to be seasons in your life where you're working head in the trenches and your head's down and you're just doing the day-to-day operation. So what I would challenge for you guys to do with this video is identify where exactly are you in your business. If you're spending too much day-to-day in the trenches and you feel like there's no end in sight and you're like, how am I going to get out of this daily monotonous routine? Take some time to get some mentorship and put your head in the clouds so you can see how you can grow and work on your business to make it even better. And then if your head's in the clouds already and you're like, well, my day-to-day operations has been dropping because I'm working on these other projects, finish up those other projects and go back in the trenches to get your business where it needs to be.